Hello friends, welcome. I'm Dr. Surya, working as an assistant professor in a department of computer applications. Now we will see the topic of level of abstractions, that is a view of data in a database management system. Abstraction is one of the main feature of a database system. It hiding a irrelevant detail from the user and provide abstract view of data to user that helps in easy and efficient user database interactions also. That is a top level of the architecture is a view level. The view level provides the view of data to the user and hides the irrelevant detail such as data relationship, database schemas, constraints, security, and also from the users. To fully understand the view of data, we must have a basic knowledge of data abstraction and instances and schema. So first we know about the data abstractions. The database system are made up of complex data structure. To ease the user interaction with the database, the developer hide internal irrelevant detail from the user. This process of hiding irrelevant detail from the user is called data abstractions. Is had a three levels, that is a physical level, logical level and view level. The physical level, this is the lowest level of data abstraction. It describes how data is actually stored in database. Then we can get the complex data structure detail at this level. Then the next level is logical level. This is the middle level of the three level data abstraction architecture. It describes what data is stored in database. Then finally view level. The view level is the highest level of data abstraction. This level describes the user interaction with the database. For example, let's say we are storing customer information in a customer table. At physical level, these records can be described as a block of storage, that is bytes, gigabyte, terabyte and etc. in a memory. This detail are often hidden from the programmers also. Then from the logical level, these records can be described as a field and attributes along with the data types. The relationship among each other can be logically implemented. The programmer generally work at this level because they are aware of such things about the database system also. Then a view level. The view level, from the user just interact with the system with the help of graphical user interface and enter the detail at the screen. They are now aware of how the data is stored and what data is stored. Such details are hidden from the database developers also. So we have the different level of views using of the different abstraction. Then the logical level and physical level should help the programmer to develop the database systems also. Then we go for database schemas and instances. The database schemas is used to design a whole databases. That is, design of database is called the schema. The schema is represented as three types. Already we discussed about the three types, that is a physical schema, logical schema and view schema. For example, we have a schema that shows the relationship between three tables, that is a course, student and section. The diagram only shows the design of the databases. It does not show the data presentation in those tables. Schema is only a structural view of a database. Then we go for instances. That is it design the databases of the physical level is called the physical schema. How the data should blocks of the storage in the described level. The design of the database in a logical view is called a logical schema. Programmers and database or administrators work at this levels also. At this level, data can be described as certain types of data records get stored into a data structures. However, the internal details such as implemented of data structures is hidden at this levels also. Then we go for a design of data at the view of called view schema. This generally described as the end user interaction with the databases. Then database instances, that is the instance means the data stored in a database at a particular moment of time is called instances of databases. The database schemes defines the variable declarations in the table that belong to a particular databases. The value of these variables at the moment of time is called the instances of database. For example, we have a single table students in a databases. Today the table has 100 records. So today the instance of the databases has 100 records. We are going to add another 100 record in this table by tomorrow. So the instances of databases tomorrow it have 200 records in a table. That is in short, at a particular moment, the data stored in a databases is called the instance that changes over the time when we add or delete data from the databases. Then we go for a data models. The data model defines how the logical structure of a database is modeled. Data models are fundamental entities to introduce abstraction in a DBMS. That is, a data models defines how data is connected to each other and how it produced and stored inside the systems also. It has 4 types of models, that is entity relationship models, relational model, hierarchical model, network model. First we go for a hierarchical model. This database model organizes data into a tree-like structure within a single root, to which all the other data is linked together. The hierarchical start from the root data and explain like a tree, adding child node to the parent node also. In this model, a child node will only have a single parent node. This model efficiently describes many real-world relationships like indents of books, receipts, and etc. In hierarchical model, data is organized in tree-like structure with one to many relationship between two different types of data. For example, one department can have many courses, many professors, and of course many students also. This is a very real-time example of hierarchical model. Then we go for a network model. The network model means it is an extension of hierarchical model. In this model, data is organized to more like a graph and are allowed to have more than one parent node. In this database model, data is more related as more relationship are established in this database model. And also the data is more related, hence accessing the data is also easier and faster. This database model was used to map many relationship between the data. Then we go for a ER model, that is entity relationship model. In this database model, relationship are created by dividing object into the entities and its characters in the attributes. Different entities are used in a relationship. ER model are defined to represent the relationship in a pictorial form to make it easier for different stakeholders to understand. This model is good to design a databases which then can be turned into the tables in the relationship models also. The simplest example is, if we have designed a school database, the students will be an entity with the attribute name, age, address, and etc. As address is generally complex, it can be another entity with attribute street name, pin code, city, and there will be a relationship between them also. So the relationship can be different types. The that is here I represent a simplest example of ER diagram. That is, here diagram means here we have a two actors, that is a customer is an actor and the account is another actor. From these only we can find the relationship between the depositor. The depositor should be a relationship together between the customer and the account. So the customer ID, the customer name, the customer street and the customer city should be represented as the actor of the customer, and the account number and balance detail should be linked in the actor of the account. So these two tables are get the relationship between the depositor tables also. Then we go for a relational model. In this model, data is organized in two-dimensional tables and the relationship is maintained by storing a common field. That is, this model was introduced by E.F. Gordon in 1970s, and since it has been most widely used in database model. In fact, we can say the only database model used around the world. The basic structure of the data in a relational model is table. All the information related to a particular type is stored in rows of the tables. The tables are known as relations in relational model. That is, here this is an example of the relational model. At top we have two tables. Using of these two tables, we have produced the another one table. That is, the first table should have a student ID and the second table should have a student ID. So we together the student ID into a one table and we assigning a mark for the table. That is, the first table should have a name and age, and the second table should have a name and teachers, and third table and the third column should represent the mark of the particular student. The relationship between the two tables is like say subject ID. So from these we can easily represent the relational model also. Here we using some of the keys to represent the identification. That is a primary key, foreign key, super key. These are the keys used to provide security for a particular table. Thank you.